Hey everybody, I want to mention a few things about taking care of your teeth, your oral hygiene, specifically brushing and rinsing after brushing. These are some things I want to talk about to you today because, as you probably know, your oral health is a really good indicator of the rest of your overall health of your body. So it's really important that you take care of your teeth, and you can usually expect the rest of your body to also be taken care of when you take the time to do that. First thing is, when you brush your teeth, look for some good whitening toothpaste. The stuff really works. I know there's a lot of chemicals in here, but this brand is very inexpensive, and it does work just as well as some of the more expensive brands. You can check Consumer Reports. I think that they test these things every once in a while. Now, also, how do you use the toothpaste? Well, let's try to keep it neat first of all. In order to do that, before you use the toothpaste, you want to squeeze up here, just lightly, so the top doesn't break off or anything. Squeeze lightly. Then when it's time to open up, go ahead and open up the cap. And then when it's time to squeeze out onto your toothbrush, let's get the toothbrush set up here. Try to get it staying up so you can just see what I'm doing. What you'll want to do to make it not messy is squeeze out a little bit on it so that you got toothpaste coming out, you see? And then kind of drape it on top of the toothbrush, and then release your fingers from the back of the tube. And what that does is it sucks it in a little bit, so you can push down while it's sucking in. And generally what that'll do, this one didn't work perfectly, but there it goes, is it sucks the toothpaste that's on top of there back in slightly. See that? So that when you push back on the cap, even though this one has some debris on it, you will not leave any residue on there. And it'll keep the toothpaste looking neat. Make sure you keep that wiped off, because after a while it becomes a big mess. Make sure you squeeze from the bottom, because I've seen people squeeze from the middle. It becomes a big mess too. Then nobody wants to brush their teeth. Now when you brush your teeth, you want to make sure that you're starting in the back first, on those back teeth. Because when people have problems with their teeth, that's where they have problems. Generally not the front. Usually people's front teeth are fine. It's their back teeth. You know why? Because people leave it to the end, and they do a bad job. So what you want to do is you want to start on the back teeth first. Way in the back, all the way back, the sides of those back teeth, the top, way in the back of them, top and bottom. Do all that. Do a great job. Then do the rest of the teeth. Your teeth will really thank you, and you'll have a lot less problems when it comes to the dentist. That's a huge thing. Now, before you actually start brushing these teeth, in addition to that, I recommend rinsing with water several times before you start brushing. It gets all the food particles out, that gets any kind of sugar, syrupy type stuff out of your mouth, any kind of acid forming things like orange juice and things that will wear your enamel off. Just rinse it all out. Do a great job of rinsing with clear water before you brush. And also, if you're concerned about the whiteness of your teeth, that would be a good time to do a pre-brushing whitening rinse. That's optional. But if you're using whitening toothpaste, that'll usually keep your teeth fairly white if you're doing your teeth regularly and doing a good job. Now after you're done, this I highly recommend. Right here. It's an anti-cavity oral rinse you use after you brush. This one's an inexpensive one I got at Walmart, but any of them will do. And this one doesn't have any alcohol in it. Again, any of them will do, although no alcohol is better. But the whole idea here is you want to coat your teeth after they're cleaned with a coating of fluoride. Don't swallow it. Spit it out when you're done. Rinse it around. But this is going to have probably the biggest effect of anything on the health of your teeth, because they're clean and you're coating them with fluoride. You can expect very, very few, if any, issues with your teeth if you do this regularly. Try to do it at least once a day. Try to brush every time you finish eating, and do the rinse at least once a day. And I guarantee you, you're going to have better checkups. Now, of course, you want to floss too, although I don't do that very often. You want to do that too. But these pointers I'm giving you, pre-brushing rinse with the water, brush correctly starting with the back teeth, do a great job first, and then do this fluoride rinse after you finish brushing. Those things right there are going to prevent almost all tooth decay. So have at it, have a great time brushing your teeth, have fun with it, and the most fun from this whole thing is not having to spend any time and money and painful times at the dentist. Enjoy.